violence, why he more at Luke Abbey, they tried, every single one got left behind. Holy ass, how we do that? We just laugh and chant it right back. Darius running the show. 3 crowns, 1 hero. Mighty soft pop, darlings in a row. Bridal city out of control. We go up, up for the greatest, sing it loud. Make the ground shake, yeah, Darius running the show. Darius, 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 let them know. Going up front, that first touch ruthless, top ends hit, crowd move toothless, Starboy shining, neck keep losing, hands to head, whole stand booming, Rose last dance in the salt park colors, every tackle hit that thunder, final whistle, tears and wonder, legend walking out to thunder, Raheem Morinuk, Avi they tried, whole career they watched this rise, every check got one clear name, whole world know who runs this game, Darius running the show. 3 crown hero. Mighty soft rock, darlings won't grow. Bridal city out of control. Walk on for the greatest, sing it loud. Make the crowd shake. Jericho up, Darius running the show. Darius, 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 let them know. One we roll, for all we cry, for D we sing till the floodlights die. One more win, one more night, raise that scarf, paint the sky. Darius running the show. 3 crowns, 1 echo. Mighty soft rock, darlings on a roll. Brittle sea out of control. We go on, it's all right. Gonna do this land. We are the world, say yeah. Police, running the show. Darius, 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 let them know.
Hello and welcome. I think potentially the internet might be playing up a little bit, so I might have to reboot this before actually the game starts. But we are just about to get underway here, so I'm going to get the game started and then I will probably try and refix this. It seems to be playing up today. It hasn't played up all weekend, and yet now here we are for some FA Cup action. It said maybe it doesn't like me anymore, but yeah, I think it might be playing up because I was getting a few drop frames on my end and nothing seems to be happening at the moment. And I'm not sure why that is, but maybe it'll be fine. It's not actually just showing drop frames anymore, but yeah, we are about to get underway. It is Chelsea versus Leeds. Honestly, I'm just hoping for a good game. The last time we did an FA Cup watch along, it was the West Ham versus Leeds game, and that was really good. And yeah, I'm definitely going to have to fix the internet. I can see that. That is no good at all. We're going to fix that very shortly. I don't know what's going on there, but we'll fix that in about a second's time. I'm just going to get the timer up and away, and then I'm going to drop you off, and hopefully it reconnects nicely. But yeah, we're not going to be able to put up with that. Not sure why it's done it. It hasn't done that all week, and then today it's decided that it's going to have a bit of a whinge. So yeah, I am going to fix that, so don't stress. Hopefully one-stop shop and it does it or whatever. What's the intro song called? It's just called D-Unit's the best. It's actually on. Bring us back. Yeah, chat's reconnected. On. Bring us back. Yeah, chat's reconnected. And hopefully it's going to fix itself out. It still hasn't fixed itself out. It's even worse than it was before. I might have to redo it again. Oh no. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're back. No more stuttering. No more buffering. That should be sweet. If you've not got audio, just refresh the audio. There was an early free kick there for Leeds, and yeah, it came to nothing. Oh, they're still taking the free kick. They're still arguing about it or something like that. But yeah, I think I've fixed the internet. Look at that. It looks like it's running much smoother. Hopefully happy days for the rest of it. Get your votes in as well. If you haven't already, please smash a like on the stream too. Yeah. I'm so excited for tomorrow night's watch. I'm so scared that it's going to go pear-shaped and the Man United Brentford's going to end up 0-0, because that would be categorically the entire worst case scenario for my team. But if it's a high scoring game, I should be back. I might scam a green arrow in a week where I've taken a -4 and my -4 actually didn't pay itself off. It didn't even get the 4 points. It actually got 2 points for the -4, which is insane. So I was actually -2 down on the 2 moves I did, which is just stupid. But yeah, hopefully it works out. I was looking at my team last night. I was like, oh, do I risk it and just go with 2 Sunderland defenders against Wolves next week? Like, I watched Wolves against Spurs last night, and they were rubbish. I don't know if they can, but Sunderland, in fairness, I didn't see that performance coming on Friday night. So maybe, you never know. You never know. You never know. All right, Chelsea, they're finally taking this free kick. I feel like we've been waiting about a minute. That's how good was that? I buffered it. I reset the internet. I missed nothing. They still haven't taken the free kick. How good's that? We've literally, I mean, thank the Lord that they've taken 2 minutes to take this free kick. It allowed me to reset the internet, get everything up and about, ready for the stream, for the rest of the action. Hopefully no more issues. And here we go. Leeds are about to take the free kick. I'm going to quickly turn the commentary on so I can actually hear what they're saying and why it took so long. Oh, and I need to quickly delete the desktop audio. We don't need that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. All right, we should be sweet now, I think. Let's have a look. Notifications. Yep, 2 minutes ago. Yep, we should be good. We should be good. Internet looks good. All right, here we go. Chelsea, it looks like Tanaka's... Sorry, not Chelsea. Leeds about to take the free kick. It looks like Tanaka is standing over it. And he's going to take on his right foot. And that has got to be... I mean, that's not troubling anyone, mate. You probably need to go back to the training ground and practice out a little bit more. Sanchez just sat there and watched. Is that all you got? And, yeah, no good. What if Dallo scores a hattie with no assists instead? Mate, if that happens, fair play. I'll love the game, regardless. It'll be great. But yeah, that would be disappointing for my team. But I'd love it because I just care. Man United win. I'm a pretty happy person in general. So yeah, I mean, last week's game against Chelsea, I did not enjoy watching that game. But at the end of the day, we won the game. And I think I used to think, like last year, I feel like I'd become immune for like a long period of time. Under Eric Ten Hag, I'd become immune to Man United's performances because I just didn't rate him anyway, in any way as a good manager. I just thought that he was rubbish. He made the team progressively worse. And then I was like, well, you know what? I kind of cared more about my FPL team. Maybe that's why I did better in FPL last year, is because, I was so just whatever about Man United that I didn't even know Bruno for much of last season because of the fact I just thought that we were crap and I couldn't trust any of our team. And then this year, I've liked what I've seen. I've kind of got a bit carried away picking Man United players throughout the entire season. We had Dallo captain. We've had literally double United attack for what feels like almost all season. And it's probably been the detriment of my FPL team. But in terms of my enjoyment of football, Man United won a lot more games of football this year. So from that perspective, it's been a hell of a lot better. But yeah, I tell you what, that moan along when we played Leeds the other week, that was what... that didn't happen last year because I was so used to us being crap that I just was like, yeah, I kind of expected that. Whereas this year, I'm like, I don't know why. Because in theory, the midfield is actually the worst I can actually recall the midfield ever being since I've been alive. In terms of Man United's midfield, the midfield we've got this year is crap. Chelsea long-range distance shot straight at the goalkeeper there. Well saved. I mean, Enzo Fernandez having hit one from about 30 yards. I mean, we did see some quality goals yesterday in the Southampton and Man City game. That Southampton opener was an absolute worldie, but then Nico Gonzalez said, hold my beer, and literally pulled out one of the best stunning strikes I've seen in the FA Cup from a pure hip perspective. That 30-yard range was really good. Garnacho down the left-hand side, he cuts it back inside, but we all know that that's not his game, and he passes it straight to a Leeds retreating midfielder, and Leeds clear the ball. Chelsea looking slightly better attacking-wise than what I've seen over the last 5 or 6 games. I'm not surprised. Rossini is gone. They obviously didn't like him and they didn't rate him, and yet you would expect them to be some sort of an upturn in form. I mean, it can't get any worse, let's be fair. It's just going to be a matter of like where we go to from here now, really. I'm intrigued to see how well Chelsea defend and what they actually look like in general. Like, can they turn it around? I mean, thankfully, I don't own any of their assets, so I don't even have to contemplate, having to sell them because I don't have them. But, I don't know. I just think that they're cooked. And I find it hard to believe that they're going to turn it around. But you never know. I mean, 5 games in a row. Was it 5 games in a row without a goal scored? I think that's the worst run of form for Chelsea since 1912, which was before the First World War, which just seems ridiculous. Like, how can they have been that bad? But they have been that bad. So it's going to be interesting to see how they go today. I mean, the fact that Garnacho's starting and they keep giving him the ball, I've got concerns for Chelsea already because Garnacho has one good game in about 15. And then the other 14 games are just, disappointment. Yeah, I don't know how Garnacho's starting. Yeah, I don't know what the intro... I just gave... Luke actually created the song. Let them know, 100% Dan. Of course, JP is back right after not showing up in the double. Yeah, I know that is quite funny, isn't it? When you think about it, a lot of people had him in the double game week and disappointed. To be honest, I'm one of the people. Obviously, I was on free hits, so him not showing up was brilliant. Because Creepy Junior first on the bench, 10 points. I'd take that all day long. Like, I still don't think he would have done anything if he'd actually shown up in either of those games. I think Chelsea looked pretty toothless against Man United. I didn't even watch the Brighton game. But when I woke up and saw that Brighton had won 3-0, to be honest, I wasn't surprised. I was not surprised in the slightest. They look like a team that, in any other season, double game, you'd be like, yeah, I won 3 Chelsea. Whereas this time you felt like you're almost like obliged to pick them because you had money in the bank. And like, what the hell else are you going to spend them on? And yeah, I just wish I'd kind of backed in the gut feel that I was like, I don't even know if they're going to score a goal and I've got double attack. I mean, the double attack showed up for one of the 4 potential games. It's ridiculous when you think about it. It's just insane. Garnacho's actually looking interested today. Can you believe and tell me why on earth Gabriel has been provided that hasn't been? I have no idea. No idea. I've actually asked a question. I actually wrote on X. It's really funny, right? Because I was checking Tom Hadley's update last night and I was like, I want my 2 points. I mean, I think I actually put a post up. I don't know if it actually went up or not, but I was like, I actually tagged official FPL. I was like, can someone please officially explain what that was last night? Like, we all saw Gabriel was on 9. We all saw Arsenal pump the ball forward. We all saw Gabriel go up. And either that is an interception because he's intercepted the ball, obviously wasn't meant for him, and he's gone up and headed it, and then he's headed it away, which is a clearance. Like, that is literally the definition of what I would call, when I was watching a game, I would say Gabriel's just cleared the danger. That's a clearance. According to, I don't know. I actually don't know what I just think, for what it's worth, it needs to be binned off. Like, if you're watching the game, every punter watched the game last night and thought that was a clearance or an interception and it didn't count. Like, what is it? Like, what actually does count? Like, someone needs to come out and actually explain what it is because it's criminal how that wasn't a DC. I was convinced that was the 10. Convinced. And I felt robbed. I felt robbed of my 2 points and I want my 2 points back. It is hard. Chelsea trying a long ball. I mean, Chelsea have had most of the attacking early doors here. However, the final ball's been a little bit lacking. And that one is overcooked and it goes out for a goal kick. Let's go, Leeds. Yeah, Chelsea actually took a shot. I know, surprising. I don't think they did that many. I mean, it was really weird because Liam Delap obviously had the goal. No, he hit the crossbar, didn't he, against Man United last weekend? I don't think he deliberately meant to do that. It turned out that that's how it ended up. And then outside of that, I know Esteval kissed the post, but that was never really on target. It was close, but it was never really on target. And I think the third one would have been disallowed by VAR. Like, they would have just ruled that goal out because of the fact that, it hit his arm and that was it. And that 100%, because it would have led to a goal-scoring chance. And whenever that happens, that is always ruled out for VAR. So that was always probably going to be disallowed anyway. But, yeah, it is what it is there. Chelsea definitely looked the brighter of the two teams. I will admit, early doors, it definitely looks like they've got more of a spring in their step now that Rossini has been removed. That's what I'd say. I mean, the scary thing is they keep on giving it to Garnacho, and Garnacho just is no good. This dude just literally keeps running into Chelsea players. Oh, sorry, not Chelsea players, into Leeds players. I actually don't think he's going to get much joy. Like, everybody knows Garnacho's like so one-dimensional at this point. Oh, he's got him behind. Maybe I digress. He's miscontrolled the ball. It's gone out for a goal kick. I was like, oh my God, he's actually going to get in here and have a chance. But no, he doesn't get a chance. No good. Can't finish his biscuit. Garnacho's motivated because he's getting sold and it needs to attract suitors. Yeah, you're probably right. If Chelsea meet City again, do you think they'll go goalless again? Probably. Probably. I do think that City showed up to Chelsea in that game and they weren't switched on in the first half. It was a bit like in the FA Cup yesterday. I felt like they just weren't quite there. Even against Burnley, right? The first half against Burnley midweek, I thought they were a bit sloppy. Like, I felt like after half-time, City never looked like conceding a goal. I thought in the first half, Burnley could easily have scored, and they got in far too easily in the first half. I'm not sure why that was. I don't know if that's because Rodri was missing and they were playing Nico Riley in defensive midfield or what it was. But either way, they looked more shaky with Aït-Nouri at left back than Nico Riley. Now, I don't know if that had anything to do with yesterday's result in the FA Cup and the way it played out, but that is a watch because Rodri has done, or he's got some sort of a groin issue. How quickly can he get over it? Because that could, I mean, in theory, we've seen what happened last year when Rodri went down for the ACL. City just completely imploded. Now, I can't believe it that one player can be that important, but in some cases, it can be that case. I mean, I think about Man United. If Bruno Fernandez got injured and missed a season, what would we look like? How many goals would we actually score if he missed the entire season? Maybe one player, as much as they shouldn't dictate how good a team is, they can have a massive influence if they are missing. So maybe there is some truth to it. I don't know. But yeah, for City's sakes, they're probably hoping that Rodri is going to be fine. I'm a little bit surprised that Leeds haven't started bright here. I feel like this Chelsea confidence could easily be knocked if Leeds go on the front foot. Garnacho again putting a ball into no one. I mean, it feels like Leeds have realised that the dangerous attacks are going to come from the other side, so they're literally showing the left-hand side to Chelsea on every single time they've got the ball. They keep giving it to Garnacho, who does, well, as usual, keeps on delivering to provide anything meaningful of note that's going to get anyone excited except the Leeds fans. And any Man United fans out there just want to bashing him. Oh, Chalobah a little bit sloppy there, but gets away with it. He's actually done quite well now. Sauntered in the midfield, but then he's given the ball straight away to Aronson. Aronson picks it up, plays it out to, I think Bogle's back in the team today. Really annoying he didn't stay on the other day, but maybe it wouldn't matter. Oh, Dcl-Unit, Aronson's in. It could be 1-0. Oh, great save from Sanchez. Sanchez, a big save there for Chelsea. All of a sudden, Chelsea's defence siphed open in about 3 passes. It was a quick, swift move there to Bogle. Bogle played it into the Dcl-Unit, who played it first time through the Chelsea defence, and Aronson went in one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but Sanchez is equal to it. He did the right thing, tried to put it in at the far post, but Sanchez with a big right foot gets his foot to it and puts it out for a corner. Leeds' first meaningful moment there, and that was a nice piece of play. That's definitely the best piece of football we've seen all day, and Sanchez showing what he actually can do when he doesn't have to play the ball out of the back with a big save there to prevent Chelsea from going behind with literally Leeds' first real chance of the game. What Chelsea defence? I know they're a bit bad, aren't they? Do we think Leeds Forest, once they're safe, I don't know. They could do. I am concerned about that. Dcl-Unit trying to rise up. The ball's still in contention. Sanchez comes and claims it at the second attempt, and Chelsea live to fight another day. I mean, if that's not a big warning to wake up defensively, I don't know what is. But that was a really good chance there for Leeds to go in front, and unfortunately they've mucked around. Now Sanchez is doing the old passing out from the back, and we all know how well this goes. It doesn't go well. It's not something he achieves that, but somehow it's worked here. Gusto's now on the attack. He plays it forward to absolutely no one. It's clearly, I mean, Leeds have done poorly there, but Bogle skips it in front of Garnacho at the second attempt, and now he's playing it forward again. Leeds starting to show some creative juices going forward, and I mean, yeah, it needed that. It needed that. I feel like the game is now alive. 16 minutes in, both teams looking like they are dangerous. Chelsea, not so much because they keep giving it to Garnacho, but we usually see how many minutes he plays. I mean, who else have they got? Who else is on the bench? I didn't actually catch who was on the bench before. I was actually going to read out the lineups and I completely forgot. So yeah, for Chelsea in goal, it's Robert Sanchez, it's Tosin, Chalobah in centre-back positions, Kukray at left-back and Gusto at right-back. Neto picks it up here, clicks it straight into the Leeds defence. In the midfield, it's Enzo Fernandez, Romero Lavia, Caicedo, and then it's JP up front, Garnacho off the left, and Pedro Neto off the right. On the bench, it's Santos, Hato, Palmer, Fofana, Arachapong, Sharman Lowe, Asugo, Delap, and Derry. And for Leeds, It's Perry in goal, Stroik, Bijol, and Justin in the back three. Bogle at right wing back, Goodmonson at left wing back, Ampadu and Tanaka in central midfield, Okafor and Aronson supporting the DCL unit up top. On the bench for Leeds, it's Daniel James, Longstaff, Boronov, Noto, Rodon, Mcheka, Piru, Darlow, and Anton Stack is fit enough to make the bench in this game as well. Interesting. I thought, obviously, Stack's not fit enough to start the game because I feel like he should normally be in the Leeds best 11. But then again, they have been playing relatively well. I mean, they went to Man United and looked pretty good, let's be fair. And that was without Stack, or was it with Stack? I can't remember. I think it was without Stack, wasn't it? Yeah, it was without Stack. Because Stack and Rodon got injured against West Ham in the FA Cup. That's right. That's right. So, yeah, well, who was on the bench at Chelsea? I feel like Cole Palmer could come on at some point, maybe a bit more of a threat than Garnacho. But outside of that, who else do they got? I mean, I don't even know who half these players are. Who's Derry? What's he? Is he like a kid? He must be a kid. Asugo's not a winger. So, yeah, I mean, maybe that's why he's getting a start, because Palmer's not fit enough to play 90 minutes. That's all I can put it down to. But I tell you what, whenever you got Garnacho out there, it does feel like you're playing with 10 players, 10 and a half players, because you kind of know what you're going to get from him. And I feel like the Premier League have just worked him out. I always thought he was way better off the bench because of the fact that he seemed so limited in his play. Like, he was really good against tired defences because he could run, and he's a quick runner. That it can give him credit for. But in terms of the other stuff, he's a wasteful finisher, never picks the right decision when it's between a shot and a cross or a cutback. I'd say about 1 in every 20 he'd make the right choice. And that's not good enough at this level. So he's lucky he's probably starting, to be fair. Derry's from the under-21 team. Thank you very much. I was hoping someone would provide some clarity with that. All right, it's Pedro Neto here with a corner. Chelsea have won a corner here in the 19th minute. Ball into the box. Oh, it's a decent delivery. It's well defended, though, by Pascal Stroik. It then falls to Garnacho, or I think it's Garnacho or Enzo. No, it is Garnacho, who takes a shot and then immediately goes to ground holding his leg. Seemed a bit weak to me. Leeds try the break now. The fast break is on. It's 1-on-1. No, it's well cleared there by, I think that's Tosin that cleared it. Yeah, it was. Plays left wing. Very good. How's Okafor looking? Might bring him in for the rest of the season. He was not involved in the big Leeds chance. I'm also interested in what Okafor is doing. I'm not going to lie, because as I said, I was gutted I didn't bring him in on free hit, but I quite like the triple Leeds defence, which is why I didn't. And yeah, he banged. Absolutely banged. I mean, he should have banged again. He hit the post in that Bournemouth game. Imagine if he'd scored in that. He would end up with 2 goals and an assist across the double. He would end up like 20-odd points. Would have been absolutely huge. But yeah, he has been looking good. Like, I thought that he was going to be... Like, I watched him in that West Ham game and thought, that's a pretty handy player. He picks up good positions. And the way Dcl-Unit is, he forces a lot of shots in that, or a lot of kerfuffle in the box. And if you've got someone that's kind of reading that piece of play, he can get in there and just steal the ball. Garnacho yet again running into a Leeds defender. It's all a bit too easy. They all know he's trying to cut onto that right foot. And every time he does, he literally dribbles it straight into a Leeds player. He's done the same thing about 5 or 6 times already this game in the first 20 minutes. He's consistently given the ball back. What a £40 million. I don't know who got fleeced more. Mason Mount for 55 million from Man United, or Garnacho for 40 mil, but then he also gave us the goal that pretty much guaranteed us UCL qualification, and Chelsea probably not to get UCL qualification, when in reality, when you think about that, that's literally the definition of 100. Oh, João Pedro's just hit the post. Signs of life. João Pedro back in the team and hitting the post there, the near post. It was a difficult angle. There wasn't much room to manoeuvre, and it was a really nice ball from Lavia. No, it was Enzo Fernandez, sorry. Or he might have been flagged for offside. His arm was potentially offside. And they always seem to count the top of the shoulder as what matters. So that might have actually been ruled out if it had gone in. It was very close anyway. But yeah, João Pedro back in. All of a sudden, Chelsea look a lot more dangerous in attack because of that man. Far out. It didn't miss by much. Unlucky. Watkins and Rogers, good picks. They have to be. I mean, I brought Rogers in because of that. He's into my team, and I'm hoping he does something against Spurs next week and against Burnley in 36. That's the plan. Obviously, I'm bench boosting 35, so that's why I went with him. And the ironic thing was I was looking at Eze for that spot, and Eze, I know Eze scored, but now he's injured. So I would have probably had to made another transfer in that spot if I hadn't done that. Now I don't need to, if that makes sense. So I'm just hoping I've read the situation right. And based on what I saw from I know that Man City conceded to Southampton yesterday, but it was a fairly second-string side that they put out there. Oh, Chelsea, they've got to score, and they have! Enzo Fernandez heads it home, and it's 1-0 to Chelsea. A great ball in there from the right-hand side, and he just seemed to lose his markers there in the middle of the game, of the 18-yard box there, and Enzo Fernandez has headed it home. I mean, lots of people had him on free hit last week, did absolutely nothing, but he has given Chelsea the lead here, and Leeds have gone behind. And I tell you what, that was a bit slack, the way they marked him up in the box there, and he makes them pay. An emphatic header past Perry in goal there, and Chelsea have taken the lead. But I suppose, in fairness, outside of that one Leeds chance, it's kind of backed in the run of play here because Chelsea have actually had the majority of the play, and it was a fantastic ball into the box there. Pedro Neto puts it on a plate, and Enzo Fernandez clearly laps it up. It was impossible to miss. I mean, the first time they go down the right-hand side, what happens? They score a goal. They keep on giving it to Garnacho, and Garnacho is just not capable of doing what Pedro Neto just did, and puts it away emphatically. I mean, it was impossible to miss from there. It was a fantastic cross into the box, great delivery, and emphatically put away. Lavria's DC, you just can't stay fit. Yeah, they do have an issue with that. I've got £20 on Okafor to score. Fair. What's good, dude? Out of Lafite to Turkey or Alderete to Mateus Nunes, which one is better? It's got to be Turkey. Just because of the fact I think Sunderland defence should be okay against Wolves. I wouldn't be convinced they're going to score that many goals, though. Enzo, finally Chelsea get a goal. I know. It's about a game week too late, isn't it, folks? Game week too late. In fairness, I had Enzo Fernandez last on my bench, so even if he'd scored in those two fixtures, I was never getting the points. I just didn't have that much faith in Chelsea, to be honest. But here he is. He is capable of that, Enzo. And when he's playing in the 10, he's a good asset. When Palmer's not in the team, he's a very good asset. Because not only is he on penalties, but he plays further forward as well. And he's made full use of it here and getting a nice, decent goal there. I was going double Leeds defence for Burnley this week, but that defending, mate, it was way too open, wasn't it? Way too open. All right, what's going on here? There's a bit of an argument going on. Bit of a kerfuffle. Referees had to stop it. Talk some sense into a few players. Dcl-Unit probably having his hair pulled. Oh, my God. This is embarrassing. You know what? This is embarrassing. Okay, I've just seen the replay. So, mate, Kukurea goes down pretending that Dcl-Unit's pulled his hair. He should get carded for that. That's just criminal. He did not pull his hair. Oh, that's ridiculous. Enzo Fernandez. You know what they could do? They need to change the rules. Everyone needs to have short hair if they're going to sit there and have this kind of rubbish go on. There is no way he's pulled his hair. No way. He has not touched his hair. This is ridiculous. You know what the funny thing is? That is exactly the same thing that Martinez did to the Dcl-Unit, and he got sent off. It's such a crap rule. There's no malice in that at all. I just think that's crap. That needs to go. People need to cut their hair. They need to cut their hair because that's such a crap rule. So... it's so subjective as well. Literally the same thing as what happened with Dcl-Unit and Martinez. Martinez is missing 3 games for what is meant to be violent conduct. How was what he did violent conduct? He actually realised, I think, he had a hold of his hair instead of his shirt and let go. And yeah, he gets a red card. And in this game, clearly there was a little bit of something grabbed or whatever. But I just think it's crap. Just cut your hairs off, you puffs. Save the general population from having to witness such crap. Or just, I don't know. Just, yeah, put it in a bun on the top of your head or something. They would have to sit here and be subjected to this falling around on the ground, acting like idiots, like bloody ballerinas on the floor. Someone pulled my tutu and I fell over. Battle of the hair pull magnets. Oh, mate, that was pretty funny, wasn't it? So I force shaving if your hair dye. Exactly. I agree. Yeah, they get the razors out on the touchline. You're off. Shave the head. Shave the head off. Don't give them a card. Just sit them down in a chair and get the barber there and shave it off. They'll teach them a lesson. They won't be doing it again for another 12 months. Action man haircut mandatory. Send it before. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, Chelsea have given away a foul here. Neto's taken down, I think, Goodmonson out there on the left. I actually called that right. It was Goodmonson. Tina Turner haircuts need to go. Legit. Oh, it's so bad. I don't know why that. It's just not a good look. Like, I look at Kukra and go, mate, your hair looks like. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, mate. Your hair looks like crap. Dcl-Unit just looks like an idiot. Let's be fair. There's no ifs, buts, and maybes about that. Someone needs to go and tell him, if you want to pursue a modelling career when you finish playing football, that man bun needs to just be nowhere near your body. It just needs to be cut off. Chelsea go to ground. Dcl-Unit fouling again on Enzo Fernandez. Oh, dear. That's a quick way of solving that problem. Just make them have haircuts. Make them have haircuts. If you want to play football, cut your hair. I don't really watch much of the women's football, to be honest, but I swear that you don't hear about that being a problem. You don't hear about women pulling women's hair. Do you? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is a lot of hair pulling that goes on with ladies football. I'm not sure. I just think about when I'm watching, because I referee the local competition here, like the local women's competition. I've never seen anyone pull anyone's hair. Ever. I think that the Premier League players, like Kukera in general, he looks like someone that it would piss a lot of other teams off, like their players off. And he just makes them a meal of it. João Pedro going for a worldie on the half-term and volley, but unfortunately he puts it wide of the far post. It was really good play from Lavia again, closing down the football there, and then João Pedro just launching one from just at the edge of the box there. Unfortunately, it does go wide, but I tell you what, that would have been another spectacular goal in the FA Cup this weekend if that one had gone in. Leeds do look a little bit rattled, I'm not going to lie. Considering they've looked actually pretty good of late, a little bit concerning, but I mean, how this team that literally have had no confidence at all. I mean, is this just a case of Frassini is not there anymore and Chelsea have gone back to actually being a competent football team? It might be the case. It can't be that. I mean, how can a manager make a team play that bad? I mean, don't answer that question because Erik ten Hag was a classic case of a manager making a team play bad football with stupid tactics. Garnacho going down the outside again. Can he do anything this time? Oh, he does get a ball into the box. And it's, unfortunately, he doesn't find anyone yet again. But that was a better ball into the box from Garnacho. It took him finally to the 30-minute mark to finally find a ball that was half decent into the box. But this one has been put out for a corner by Goodmonson, who was retreating and making sure he covered the danger. Kukere doing the not cutting my hair until Chelsea win a game. Yeah, maybe. I have a feeling Leeds will smash Chelsea in the second half. I think there's going to be more goals in this game, yep. There's going to be more goals in this game. I also don't think a lot of these Chelsea players are capable of playing 90 minutes, so I'm not sure. Like Lavia, he's not a 90-minute man. He's probably likely to break down in the second half at some point, which is sad for him because he's actually a really good footballer when he's fit. But alas, he's quite often not fit, and that's always a problem. It's like Mason Mount, right? Mason Mount's loved by all the coaches that have ever coached him. Like at Chelsea, England, Man United, every manager that's worked on Mason Mount says how good he is, his work rate, his ethics, all he does. The problem is he doesn't stay fit. You can't rely on a player that doesn't stay fit. And honestly, I think that Man United should just be looking to sell. Like, Man United, the problem is there's a good chance that Marcus Rashford just goes back on loan next season. Why? Because the stupid Glazers are still involved and Ineos are just as bad and they want to fee for Marcus Rashford. They've just got to realise that you're not going to get one. You just let him go. Get the contract off your books. They've made no money out of Marcus Rashford this year, except they haven't had to pay him anything because Barcelona have actually covered the wages. Barcelona didn't pay a loan fee. They didn't pay anything else. So what is the point? If he only wants to go there and Barcelona are saying, look, we can only pay you this, they've just got to take the money and just say, you know what? That's just what it is. He doesn't want to go anywhere else. And Barcelona, we know that they don't have any money because they do this to everyone when they buy every year. They're trying to pull another lever out of somewhere to try and get the funds for something. And realistically, that's about all they're ever going to get for him. So you just got to own up and just go, well, you know what? We stuffed up. Probably shouldn't have done what we did in the first place with Eric Ten Hag and Amron in terms of forcing him out because now the market is just non-existent for him. And just let him go. If they give you 10 mil, you get 10 mil. Happy days. You're not going to get 40 mil for him. No one else wants him. So it's like literally Barcelona for 10 mil, you get nothing and he goes on loan again. You get nothing out of it because they're not going to get a loan fee. Offside here for Chelsea as I went tuck in there in the 33rd minute. Barca apparently have the money for, mate, they don't. They say they've got money and then they end up selling a player or something. It's yeah. Barcelona's finances are a different thing that not even I can explain. I don't know how they work. I don't know how they keep on getting away with it, to be honest, because from all reports, they're massively in debt. I don't know how they fix that. You know, they should be able to fix it. They're still successful, right? They're still winning stuff. You'd think they'd be able to get the sponsorship and whatever to try and get back on an even keel. I don't know how they keep on suffering every year. It's like every year they feel like they're getting more and more under, but I don't know if that's true or not. Oh, João Pedro, horrible turnover. Okafor, but João Pedro gets back to get in the way and clears the danger. I mean, he literally gave it to Okafor, who went into a dangerous area, had a shot. Unfortunately, his shot was immediately blocked, and then João Pedro gets in there to clean up the mess that he made. It was a very loose touch from João Pedro. Very loose. It's so weird how, like, a lot of the games this season, like, even in the Premier League, I think about that Sunderland game on Friday night. And that second goal was literally Roofs, just a horrendous error from Roofs. Like, and then Nottingham Forest just came with their shooting boots on Friday night. Everything they had a shot at literally seemed to go in the first half. It was amazing. All right, Enzo Fernandez has been fouled here in the middle of the pitch. He's down holding his knee, complaining about that. It's just a coming together. It's just knee on knee. That's going to be a bit sore, a bit of a stinger. He should be fine. He'll feel that tomorrow, though. He'll need a bit of an ice bath in the morning. That João Pedro, man, he literally almost... Okafor actually made the wrong decision there. He probably should have played it to the left, and then Dcl-Unit would definitely have been able to get a shot away. Obviously didn't have faith in the Dcl-Unit troubling the scorers, so that's probably why he tried to take the shot on himself. 20% sell-on clause should be inserted in the deal. Yeah, legit. It should be, Colm. It should be. Now Garnacho's lying on the ground. Literally no one in the stand. Literally no one in the ground is feeling any sympathy for him. Pedro, he's back up now that they're going the attack. He's got the ball again, Garnacho. What can he do this time? He goes on the inside. He goes on the outside. He tries to cut it back. He cuts it back really well for once, but there's no Chelsea players gambling on it. They do manage to rescue the ball on the other side of the field by Malik Gusto, who retrieves it, and now they rest and rotate and they recycle and they go again. I mean, I can't fault. That was actually a pretty good piece of play there by Garnacho, but there was no one from Chelsea reading it. They probably just gave up when they saw Garnacho had the ball. I always think that, like, sometimes when you're playing with something, you're like, oh, they've got the ball, I'm not getting this. And then the one time they do, it's when you just don't make the run because you just don't expect them to make the delivery. Now Garnacho's complaining about a foul that he reckons happened about 20 minutes ago. It's probably more like 2 minutes ago, but... Got Martin Tyler commentating the game here for me. Rashford has been linked with Spurs. Oh, what? In the Championship? It's probably his level, to be fair. Mate, Spurs, he's not going to go to Spurs. Spurs are going to be in the Championship. There's no way Marcus Rashford is stepping down from playing for Barcelona, winning the league, and then dropping down to the Championship. That is, I mean, he's not 35 yet. I still don't see how Spurs stay up. Like, the fact that West Ham pulled that win out in the 93rd minute, that's going to be such huge momentum. Like, a win like that is just going to be absolutely huge for West Ham. Like, in the manner that it was delivered as well. There's something about momentum, and West Ham are definitely in pretty good form. I was looking at this the other day. Actually, I was looking at this after yesterday's things. And, like, so the 4 fixtures that are left. So for Spurs, here we go. Leeds into the box. Bogle tried to go down the outside. Aronson takes it. Does he win a corner? He does. Kukure's not happy about it, but he's won a corner. Chelsea imploring that it shouldn't be a corner, but it has been given. So the fixtures remaining are thus. For Leeds, I don't see a world where Leeds are dragged into it because they've got Burnley at home, Spurs away, Brighton at home, West Ham away. So I think we can say they're probably going to beat Burnley, and then they're probably going to be safe because that's going to take them up to 42 points. I can't really see them getting caught if they beat Burnley, which you would expect them to beat Burnley, let's be fair. Spurs fixtures are Aston Villa away, which I don't see them getting anything from. They've then got all Bleeds ball in the box, Dcl-Unit, probing, pushing. There's got to be a foul there. There is. So yeah, they've got Aston Villa away. Don't see them winning that or getting anything from that. Then it's Leeds at home, which, you know, that's a pivotal game, potentially. But Leeds could be on the beach by then in terms of if they get through in the FA Cup tonight. They could be distracted by that, potentially, if they've beaten Burnley and they're pretty safe. Then they've got Chelsea away. And I just don't think they beat Chelsea, even though I think Chelsea, I don't know, it's hard to see. But if Chelsea have now gone back up to this level, Spurs are getting nowhere near them away from home, then it's Everton at home in game week 38, which again won't be an easy fixture, I wouldn't have thought. West Ham, Everton showed that yesterday against West Ham. Now for West Ham, they've got Brentford away, which is a bit of a, I don't know, I'm not sure how I feel about that fixture. I think it's okay though. Arsenal at home, I've got West Ham getting nothing out of that game. Then Newcastle away, I think they could easily get something out of that. And Leeds at home on the final day. I think that West Ham definitely get another 6 points out of the last 12. I think they get 2 wins out of 4 there. Which means that Spurs have to win 3 games to get out of the relegation. So they've got to beat 3 of Aston Villa away, Chelsea away, Leeds at home, Everton at home. I don't see it. I don't see it happening. I think Spurs are cooked. And Nottingham Forest, on the other hand, have Chelsea away. But they look like they're in better form now. Chelsea away, Newcastle home, Man United away, Bournemouth at home. They arguably have probably the worst fixtures of the lot. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. I think it's going to go down to game week 38 for sure. I think. Like idea always available for us football nuts. Let's get the like button. Yes, please do that thing, folks. Chelsea got a throw in here. We've got about 4 minutes plus injury time until halftime. Ideally, I think the result at the moment probably suits Leeds. I think that they go into halftime a goal down. That's not the end of the world. I think that the second half, obviously, Leeds are going to be attacking the end where their fans are as well. So that's obviously something to do. That might help them, might spur them on to greatness in the second half. I will admit, though, I thought Leeds would win this game. It's very close in the vote. Obviously, a lot of people joining now saying Chelsea 1-0 up, probably just voting for Chelsea. I don't think it's as simple as that. People are forgetting how bad this Chelsea defence has been since they sacked Maresca. And it's not like they've got a watertight backline out there. I just think that one moment by Leeds, that's a block there from Kukra. I was like, where the hell's that ball going? It was a bit of a weird angle. The ball went up then. Yes, 100% Chile will be doing the Man United Brentford game. I've got 5 players playing tomorrow. If it's a high-scoring game, I should get a green arrow. I'm 5 points off a green arrow, and I've got 5 players left to play. Obviously, I don't have my captain because Gabriel is my captain. But, like, Bruno would need to be 8 points tomorrow, which is definitely achievable. He could definitely beat 8 points. I mean, it should have been 10. I don't know how Gabriel didn't get the DC with that headed clearance that was definitely an interception and a clearance all in one, and yet somehow didn't count for anything. Leeds half chance here inside the box. Okafor snatching at this one, and that's not going to do any danger at all. Going out very comfortably there for a goal kick for Chelsea. Is Palmer in the squad? Yeah, he's on the bench, Gary. Palmer is on the bench. We'll probably see him in the second half. Now that Liam's gone, Enzo playing for Chelsea. I think Chelsea run Leeds 4-0 today by the end of the second half. Fair. The Aronson chance, so many don't get... Oh, I know. So many don't... Yeah, I know. It was a great chance. The Aronson one, I was like, oh my God, they're in. Like, it was scary how easy Chelsea got torn apart. It was literally 3 passes and they were in behind. And he probably, realistically, should have done better with the chance. Let's be fair. Garnacho's playing a lot of minutes, though. That's always concerning from an attacking perspective. You don't want him seeing too much of the ball. I mean, like, that's half the issue. Chelsea have looked really good this half, much better than Leeds for the majority of the half. However, their only goal came from when they actually played it out to the right. And almost every single time, it's like Leeds have set up to block the right-hand side, and they keep giving it to Garnacho. And bar like one really good ball into the box, he's done nothing with it for 43 minutes pretty much. And he's seen a lot of the ball. I do want to see Leeds do better in the second half. I don't feel like they've done much attacking. They've done a lot of just sitting. But yeah, it was impossible. It was just a great ball into the box, and the Leeds defence went missing, and Enzo Fernandez put it away quite comfortably. Chelsea clearing the ball away again. I mean, most of Leeds' attacks have just been pump it forward and hope for Dcl-Unit to provide a second ball and get something out of that. There's not been a hell of a lot of forward play or patterns of play that have been evident today. Okafor's been bundled over, wins a free kick in the middle of the pitch. I mean, that's kind of summed up Leeds attacking play this half. Just a punt forward by Justin out for a goal kick. Oh, that was just rubbish. They're definitely going to have to improve this in the second half. I mean, I watched them against Bournemouth, and they were quite attacking against Bournemouth, particularly in that second half when they went behind. In the first half here, bar that one move, it's pretty much been non-existent attack for Leeds. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him checker fairly early in the second half. I thought he was really bright when he came on against Bournemouth. And he could easily have won the game for Leeds when he came on against Bournemouth as well. He looked really encouraging and lively. Dcl-Unit's been pretty well covered by the Chelsea defence there today. He's not getting much change out of Chalobah and Tosin. Interesting to see that Fofana's back to the bench today. And that Tosin's back in the team. I mean, Fofana has to go down as one of the most expensive, overrated centre-backs purchased in a long time. Well, that was a bit of a nicer move from Leeds. I mean, Dcl-Unit clearly bundled over there again by Tosin. Wins the free kick. Leeds get up the pitch once again. Enzo Fernandez scored for Chelsea today. Disney Ever After. Pedro Neto provided the cross, and Enzo Fernandez, I mean, he couldn't miss from there where he ended up getting the ball on his head, and he put Chelsea up. It was about 25 minutes into the game or something like that, from memory. Leeds ball into the box. They cut it back across. It's cleared away there. No, there's another foul been spotted there by the ref on Romeo Lavia, by Pascal Stroik as he rose up. Apparently interfered too much with Lavia, and he's given that as a free kick. All right, we're into injury time here in the first half. That's a clear foul, that. Clear foul, that. clear foul. Daniel Fark's got the fingers in the mouth, wondering how the hell what he's going to say at halftime to encourage a bit more of a lively response in the second half. I do think though that Leeds can come back in the second half. I'm pretty confident they can do that. Pretty confident. Yeah, Chelsea have just, I mean, Leeds have just, I feel like Leeds have not learned what Chelsea are not very good at. Like, they're letting Chelsea's defence pass around the ball way too much. Like, way too much. I mean, their defence is so non-press resistant. They've got the tactics horribly wrong in this game. What they need to do is just pump all their players forward. When Chelsea got the ball in the back line, they need to press up every time. Chelsea historically, since, I don't know, even under Enzo Fernandez, when they were playing the ball out from back, they can't do it. And I feel like Leeds have given them way too much respect in the first half. They need to be up there in their faces, pressing from the front, because this Chelsea team will cough the ball up. They've done that over and over again, like the last 2 seasons. I don't know why they're showing them so much respect here in the first half. They need to change that in the second half if they're a chance of coming back into this, I think. I don't want his City to win the FA Cup. I'd much rather see Chelsea win it. I think that Leeds have probably got more of a chance of beating City than Chelsea do, to be honest. Chelsea don't have a good record against Man City in recent times. I mean, most of the time they get swatted. Well, not swatted, but like beaten comfortably, I should say. Like 2-0. There's a lot of 2-0 between Man City and Chelsea. I know earlier in the season that Chelsea obviously got that 1-1 draw, but that was because City just were mucking around with it. But it shouldn't have been 1-0. Like, City were by far the better team. I mean, Chelsea are literally doing to Leeds what Leeds should be doing to Chelsea and pressing from the front. I mean, Chelsea have just made Leeds cough up the ball. Now Pedro Neto goes down the outside. Can he find a ball in the box? He's into the box. Can he cut out a cross? No, he can't. And that's a clear foul on Goldbridge. He's going to go into the book for this. Now he's arguing, saying that, he should have got a yellow card earlier in the thing, but it's got to be a yellow card, surely. He's clearly taken him out. All right, it's half time. There we go. Looking for a punt against the template. Is Gabriel captain's shout next against Fulham, or any Leeds players, or Bruno G's back? I think Gabriel's fine pretty much most game weeks through to the end of the season for what it's worth. I mean, he should have got 10 points yesterday. He didn't. I'm still waiting for official FPL to get back to me as to why that wasn't a DC at the end of the game. And if someone can provide me an accurate reason as to why it didn't count, I'm not expecting to get a response. But it should be. It should be. Yeah, Palmer's definitely on the bench, yep. Gabriel for the next 4 or 5 weeks is fine. Like, who have they got? Fulham at home? Yeah, easy captain. Burnley at home, 37, easy captain. West Ham away. I don't know if I'd captain him against West Ham. I feel like West Ham could do something there. And then Crystal Palace away in 38. I like him a captain in 3 of those next 4 games. Like, if I look at that, I mean, Man United, I think, are due to give Liverpool a bit of a lesson. We're well overdue to give them a lesson. So I do like Bruno against Liverpool at home in 35. And I think Bruno against Nottingham Forest at home in 37 looks really good. But I quite like Gabriel in a couple of those games. I wouldn't be captaining Bruno against Brighton away unless he's on the record. If he's on 20 assists in game week 38, Bruno's the captain. Because they'll 100% be trying to get him the record. 100% try to get him the record. Gabriel scored more points this week than he did in game week 26. I know. He did. I've actually had, other than 1 week this season, I've had exceptional success captaining defenders. I've captained Gabriel on 6 occasions now, and he's only blanked on 1. And that's when he got a 1-pointer. And that's when he got injured, I think. He got injured and he got the 1-pointer. That's why I only got a 1 point that day. The only other defender to blank for me was Dallo, but that week everyone got 2 points, so it didn't matter that Dallo only got 2. Haaland got 2 points that week. Bruno got 2 points. They all got 2 points that week. And then the other game, And then the other defender I've captained is obviously Nico O'Reilly. And Nico O'Reilly banged when I captained. He got a 13-pointer. So I feel like when I go for the defender, it's normally worked. And this year, a lot of the points have been in defence. So I think he can easily take on the midfielders because I know that Bruno's been very consistent. So it is, it does make sense to kind of go with him. But like last weekend was like, oh, you got to captain Haaland. But like what they forget is that Man City are probably highly likely to keep a clean sheet, which means Nico O'Reilly is literally going to get a goal. So Haaland scores a goal, right, gets 4 points. Nico O'Reilly keeps a clean sheet, it's 4 points. If Haaland scores twice, he gets 13. Now, for Nico O'Reilly to get 13 points, he needs an attacking return. And with the way that Man City are playing at the moment, Nico O'Reilly looks like he's going to get an attacking return every single game. He looks more likely in scoring or assisting than Haaland does most of the time. And he gets further forward as well. So I actually think that if you're thinking of captaining Haaland, I would just say Nico O'Reilly is a better captain. So yeah, my plan is actually to triple captain Nico O'Reilly in game week 36. That is the plan. And back the man in. Back the man in. Who's the greatest sportsman of all time? Sportsman. Are we basing this off what? Basing it off sporting prowess or a combination of sporting prowess and sportsmanship? Like being a good person. What factors into this? Greatest sportsman. Greatest sportsman. Greatest sportsman. Greatest sportsman for me would be this is a hard one. It's even hard within sports. For what it's worth, and this guy's definitely not the greatest sportsman or whatever, but in terms of single-handed dominance in a sport, and like really having no rivals, it has to be Tiger Woods in golf, right? I don't watch golf, but that dude was so good. Like, there's never been anyone as good as him from like as early as an age for that long. Not a great sportsman, not a great role model, but in terms of just being the dominant force of his game, with pretty much no parallel or anyone that comes close to him, it has to be Tiger, right? I don't see a world where Luke Littler might be when he's had another 10 years in darts. He could definitely be up there. Usain Bolt. Yeah, I just think, I don't know, for me, like there's been great sprinters. Like I feel like Usain Bolt against, I don't know, like what was it, Johnson or whatever back in the day. I feel like if they existed in the same era, it would be. We don't know who would have been the quickest because obviously today's society has more sports science behind it. So like comparing someone today in like athletics is not the same as comparing someone 50 years ago in athletics. They've got way better training regimes and stuff like that today than they did 50 years ago. Whereas I feel like Tiger Woods just came out and started hitting balls and they kept going in the hole. So I don't know. For me, he's pretty good. Like in terms of single sport dominance, he was brilliant. South African rugby team, they're not too bad. Muhammad Ali, boxing. For what it's worth, I think he was the best boxer to ever play the game. Yep, I'd play the sport, I would agree. Daniel Munoz showed his sportsmanship yesterday. Played to the whistle, yeah, I know. They always say that though. I always say that in training. I was like, always play to the whistle. Always play to the whistle. And if there's no whistle, keep playing. Yeah, Ali, Muhammad Ali. I like that. In terms of the greatest Australian sportsman, off the top of my head, I'm trying to think. We haven't had many. Greatest Australian sportsman. It's probably Don Bradman. Don Bradman's probably our best. I feel like he was renowned as a gentleman as well of the game, I think, from memory. Whereas I was going to say he might not be Australia's best ever cricketer, because I don't think he is. I think that there have been some in the last 30, 40 years that have been probably better than what Don Bradman was. But he played in an era where the game was different. It was more gentlemanist. He probably is Australia's best one, Don Bradman. In terms of his impact, yeah, Shane, I don't think there's ever been a better leg spinner than Shane Warne in the entire game, ever. I don't think there'll ever be a better spinner than Shane Warne. Facts. Rolf Harris. Aussie's Props Phelps, the swimmer. Yeah, I don't think much of Australia. I don't think much of swimming as a sport, to be honest. So I'm not going to lie. I'm probably not giving it the credit it deserves. For me, I just think it's a bit of a... It's like the Olympics, man. I can't get excited about the Olympics. The Olympics, for me, is track and field. It should never be anything else. It should be track and field, that's it. There should be no swimming, no sports, just javelin, discus, shot put, running, that's it. That's all it should be. That's all it was in the ancient days. Why the hell there's other rubbish in it? I have no idea. No idea. Yeah, Phelps is American, that's correct. Both Waugh brothers. Steve Waugh was way better than Mark Waugh, I feel. Gout, yeah, he's very young, 18 years old. 18 years old, Gout. I think he will as well. He looks destined to do it. Also, there's another guy called Kennedy. Kennedy's really quick as well. And he's actually beaten Gout in a lot of the recent meets as well. Not by much. It's a super close race every single time. But Kennedy's actually done him quite often the last few sprints that they've sprinted in together. Yeah, I don't know how he got the ball to spin that well. Like his ability to spin the ball on like a right angle when it hit the turf is unparalleled. Chopper Reed. Yeah, I suppose you can call that a sport. It's funny because I watch a lot of AFL. I watch AFL this weekend. I think that in another 10 years' time, we might say that Nick Dacos might be the best ever AFL player to play the game. But at the moment, you can't say that. But he looks like he's on track to do a very special career. Because I don't think anyone has ever come into the game and had as good a first 4 and a bit seasons than he has. The dude is exceptionally unlucky not to have won a Brownlow medal twice. He's been, for what it's worth, I feel like he's been robbed. Last year, how Matt Rowell won the Brownlow medal, I'll never know. Never know how he won it last year. It was a bit of a, I don't know, it was very bizarre. I don't know how he got away with that. Merv Hughes, yeah, I loved his, David Boone. How good was David Boone? I don't know why I think David Boone was good. I think it was maybe the moustache. Maybe that's why I liked him so much. I don't know. It must be that. It must be that. All right, I need to go here. Good old David Boone. He used to play in the short leg, didn't he? He always had the helmet on. He loved a beer, old Booney. He did love a beer. There we go. Get that over there. Well, yeah, he was a boss. He definitely was. He was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, that man. All right, let's watch this. Harry Kuehl. I think Tim Cahill was a better player. I think he was a better player. For me, I thought he was a better player. I reckon. Who else? Mark Viduka was really good. I thought he was probably a better player than Harry Kuehl, like in terms of what he delivered and stuff like that. Oh my God, I've cooked this. I've played a really inferior lineup here. What have I done here? Okay, I don't know why I've done that. Okay, that's all right. Yeah, Viduka, yep. Serena Williams is to be in... Yeah, I agree. Harold Bishop, Cahill was everywhere over late ahead of chose one. What about Mark Swanson? To be honest, yeah, what do you call it? What's his name? Roger Federer would be up there as well, if we're talking tennis players. I mean, I'd never hear anything bad or negative said about him, like from a sportsmanship type of thing or whatever. Yes, Dan? Mark Schwarzer. Yeah, he was all right. He was all right. Bounce of the dog. Greg Norman was Australian. Yes, he was. He was. Greg Norman was definitely Australian. I can tell you that much. Oh, really? I did not know that he was born in Durban. Interesting. There you go. Get the second half ready. I think they're just showing some players warming up at halftime here. Cole Palmer looks like he's getting involved with that. Oh, mate, I know I'm watching. I'm deliberately trying to throw a couple of games here, G. I feel like I'm going to deliberately lose this game. I've played a bunch of players that are way under fitness, but I just want to get minutes into them because I need a few extra players ready for South Park. So I'm just trying to flog them into the ground. And we're getting punished for it. I think also I'm playing a formation that does not suit. I'm actually playing a formation that gets beaten by what the other person's playing against me as well. So I'm literally relying on my chemistry to do the business, and at the moment it's just not doing the business. I might actually change formation in game just to try and shore this up and make it not quite as embarrassing as what it might end up being. Oh, I need to get out of this. There we go. 5. All right, change that. Okay, yeah. Okay, actually. According to this, I don't have a formation disadvantage. I probably just got the thing. Skippy. Good old Skippy. We're very due to get this second half up and running. The players are coming out for the second half. So we should be underway very shortly for the start of the second half here. Frosty with a shot for Brittle City. Of course, it doesn't go in. I mean, I can't believe. I feel like that might be the difference between why Brittle's struggling to score goals this season and why South Park, other than that one game where I didn't play Bayer, are just scoring goals for fun. I think that dude is a cheat. I reckon there's some players where you just play them and they just dominate, and he's one of them. It's actually insane how good he is. Actually insane. All right, Leeds are about ready to get us kicked underway here for the second half. Old mate Tanaka's standing over the ball. Can they do a comeback? We'll have to wait and see. But they need to look a little bit more proactive than they did in the first half, because the first half was pretty bang average in terms of an attacking play that Leeds were putting forward. Other than the one move where they literally sived Chelsea apart and led to a chance for Aronson, they didn't really create a hell of a lot of else. So, yeah, the second half is now officially underway. Leeds have got us going. And hopefully we can get a comeback here and extend this watch along a little bit longer. Because it's weird. There's no late game tonight. I'm on public holiday, so I can sit there and afford to go to bed a little bit later. But alas, this is it. One game, one standalone game. We're going to have to find some bloody Spanish La Liga or something to watch in the second half here. All right, South Park have just equalised, but Brittle City have just equalised. Figueiredo has finally found himself a goal. Good to see. He hasn't actually scored many goals actually for me yet. About time. Nick Kyrgios, mate, bad boy of tennis, the bad boy of Australian tennis. Yeah, he's a bit different, isn't he, old Nick Kyrgios? Stack and Rodon playing, yep. Couple of changes there for Leeds at halftime. And they did need it, to be honest. Leeds, oh, into the box. Oh, what a hit. Can they get the follow-up? Oh, Sanchez again with an amazing save. Sanchez has produced a huge couple of saves, and Rodon on at half-time has absolutely put his foot through one, and Sanchez late on has somehow managed to get a hand up, and Galliano has given Brittle City the lead. They've come from a goal down, and they're now leading 2-1 in the Footium game there. That was a hit from Rodon. That was a bit like old mates the other day. Nico Gonzalez. I mean, it was just a pure hit, and he's just put his foot through it, and yeah, mad. Justin and Bijol. So bizarre. Like, the other day it was Bogle getting hooked at halftime for Rodon, and today it's Bijol. Oh, sorry, it's Justin today, sorry. Weird. I was surprised Rodon didn't start. After he came on at halftime the other day, I kind of expected him to start in this game, but he didn't. All right, well, Leeds have known Chelsea know that they're going to try probably a bit better here to do something in the second half, which is good. Oh, my God. Where'd they come from? João Pedro feeds it inside. There's a chance here. Can João Pedro make it 2? Oh, he can't. Oh, he couldn't get his feet out. He couldn't get the ball out from under his feet, and eventually it comes to Nout. Oh, my God. Where do these sneezes come from? Oh, my God. Brittle City just got a third. Happy days. Dreading starting Bogle against Burnley now. I know. I'm just kind of glad I've only got Darlow. I think Darlow immediately comes back in, but I feel like Pascal Stroke was always the one that looked the most secure. Far out. I don't know how João Pedro didn't manage to get a shot away then. They did so well to prevent Chelsea, to prevent João Pedro from getting that shot in, because that could easily have been 2-0 then. Could easily have been 2-0. Chelsea win another corner here from the corner that they've just had. Yeah, what a goal that would have been, exactly. Ultra defensive. Legit. I can't believe it. Went a goal down, and then since then it's been all one-way traffic. 3-1. Half time. Happy days. That's pretty good. I have to make some changes. Some of the guys are actually cooked. They might actually get injured if I leave them out there. Another Chelsea corner. Pedro Neto across to take it from the right-hand side. Chelsea's new caretaker manager looking at some notes. 5 corners to 3 in this game. Chelsea's way. The latest one coming in, another good delivery. Cleared away there again by Leeds. Pedro Neto again. Edge of the box, trying to get his ball in. Nope, plays it backwards. Enzo picks it up. Back to Caicedo. Caicedo tries to dink in. Read there by Tanaka, who comes in, gets in the way. And now the counter is on. Plays it to Okafor. Okafor runs at Enzo, goes round Enzo Fernandez. He's away from him. He takes on Caicedo. Can he get a ball into the box? He can. It's over Dcl-Unit's head. It's cleared away by Cucurella at the back stick. It's retrieved there by someone. That was better from Leeds. Get the ball to Okafor. It looks definitely a little bit more exciting there. João Pedro's been hacked down here in the middle of the pitch. That's going to be a free kick for Chelsea in the middle of the ground. Pascal Strike checking him. Checking him nicely. I'm surprised he didn't get away. He's got away without getting booked there, because that should have been a booking for me. I have to make some changes here. All these players are cooked. Fleming on. All right, you can come off. And you can come off. All right. Brittle City ringing the changes here at halftime. I actually got a bit confused with that team. I don't know. We're getting a bit lucky that we're 3-1 up, I think. Only watchable game I see today other than that is Inter versus Torino. Sundays without PL is boring. Inter versus Torino. What time's that game on? Is that on after this or is it on right now? Best chances off. Best cheeses off at all time. Good question. Best cheeses of all time. I quite like the Matson cheese. Jarlsberg cheese is pretty nice as well. Marsden, sorry. It's not Matson, Marsden cheese. Even though I don't watch Serie A, I don't watch Serie A either. It's weird. It's a team that it's a league which is just a bit interesting. Marco Aronson. Not sure if Okafor has impressed me enough for the transfer. Fair. Missed the first half. How have Chelsea looked without Rossini? A hell of a lot better. Rob, hell of a lot better. A lot better. They look like they can attack. I'm not convinced they're any better defensively, but they look more of a team. About 15 minutes later, fantastic. Thank you for that. I have to check that out. I mean, I woke up at like bloody 4:30 today. I had a really long sleep in. I mean, I went to bed at like, what was it? By the time we finished the lock-in yesterday, I went for 2 hours. I think I went to bed about 6 a.m. I played a couple of games of Dota after the lock-in, and then I was all right, I'm ready for bed now. So I went to bed, and then and I woke up at like midday, and I was like, still feel a bit tired. I was missing out on sleep all week because I had a really hectic week because my boss is taking the next 3 weeks off, so I'm literally having to do stuff that I'm running a school essentially. It was hard work and tiring. And I needed the extra rest. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go back to sleep. So by the time I woke up, it was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I was like, the missus goes, I was wondering whether I should wake you up or not. And I was like, I'm glad you didn't. I was like, I needed the extra sleep. So yeah, that was good. She goes, you going to wake up early today? I was like, yeah, I should wake up early today. I've got to do some actual housework today. Might get a video out later on in the day as well for what I'm going to do this week while I'm bench boosting, whether I'm going to bring in an extra Arsenal defender and who for, if I do. I think that the honest answer is I think the intelligent thing would be, if I'm going to do it, to wait till midweek, see how Arsenal look, provided they don't get any injuries in the Champions League, and the smart money would probably be to bring in Saliba for Alderete and just lower the risk of the double Sunderland defence. That's probably the best idea. Otherwise, it probably is to bring in otherwise, it's probably to get rid of. I don't want to get rid of Mateus Nunes. I've really enjoyed owning him, and I think that I want to continue owning him. So I think that's probably the play there. So I'm probably going to keep him. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see how that works. All right, Okafor got ball into the box here for Chelsea. For Leeds, slightly overhit, and that's run out for a goal kick. Put a bit too much oomph on that. He had the right idea. There was a bit of a play around the back there for Aronson versus Kukurea, but unfortunately the cross was overhit. Not going to cause Chelsea any dramas there. Interesting results today so far. Wellingsdale with Cranberry. Nice. Very nice. Is Palmer a player to get rid of? Yes. Just straight up, yes. For what it's worth, I think I'd still be looking to get rid of João Pedro as well. I mean, he has looked a lot better. Chelsea in general have looked a lot better with him back in the team, and he's looked lively. Garnacho now trying his luck yet again from a stupid angle. I mean, that's blocked and it's gone out for another corner. So Chelsea with yet another corner here. Can they finally make one of these count? That's going to be the key question. I feel like in the beginning of the season, Chelsea was scoring a lot of goals off corners. As the season's gone on, that's definitely dried up. It hasn't got anywhere near as good. Frosty again with another shot that's not troubling the goalkeeper. Useless. Then he gives away the free kick, the idiot. So glad he's not playing for South Park this year. He used to wind me up something chronic last year. So he just needed to go in the bin. Off to Brittle City he goes. Hopefully I sell him at some point. All right, Enzo Fernandez with the free kick. With the corner here from the left-hand side this time for Chelsea. Can he deliver a good ball into the box? All the Chelsea defence have come forward. Can he find a Chalobah head? Chalobah's well due a goal for what it's worth. He's not scored for what feels like forever. All right, Enzo Fernandez ball in, and that's going to do no good. It's landed on top of the net. Huh. Palmer's straight out of my team, then Gabriel. But I don't know. That's a weird thing. Like, I obviously went a very different strategy with the free hit 33 and the team I wildcarded in 32. But the plan was, I was like, I just thought in game week 34 onwards, I want my Arsenal defence. And I think that I've stand correct by that. Like, people that wildcarded and then bench boosted, they don't have Arsenal players in their team. And I just think that they are, statistically, they are the best defence in the league. So I just think that it seemed, I don't know. I feel like Arsenal losing the FA Cup made me change where I was going to go with that wild card. I would have gone very different wild card if they'd actually won in the FA Cup. And because they didn't, I've just like, you know what? I'm just going to free hit that week instead of 34. And I think at the moment it looks pretty good because I look at all the players I was going to bring in on free hit this week, and all of them sucked. Literally all of them would have sucked. So I feel like I've got a little bit lucky in some respects that I've gone this way. Oh, here we go. Dcl-Unit forcing a save. Rising. Great ball into the box there. The Dcl-Unit rises. But again, Sanchez, unfortunately, it was too close to Robert Sanchez, and Sanchez just holds onto it. And another chance there for Leeds in the second half. I mean, it was exactly the same like Enzo. He's a little bit further out than Enzo, but he can't get his shot past Robert Sanchez. A decent opening there and a decent chance again for Leeds. Showing like there could be signs of a comeback here in the second half. Now the reset, get a bit more of the ball. I'll tell you what, since Stack's come on in the second half and rode on, Leeds look a hell of a lot better. Like a hell of a lot better. But Stack has been really good for Leeds, so it's not. I suppose that is not a surprise in and of itself. Rodon also has been a pretty good, consistent fixture in the team when he's been fit. Yeah, Stroika almost made a mistake there. If Stroika, he was lucky the ball went out, because if it hadn't gone out, Pedro Neto was away to the races then, but alas, he was not. All right, Leeds again, pushing out to Bogle here on the right-hand side. Plays it inside. That's got to be a foul, and it is. I mean, that's a poor foul there from Caicedo. He's going to go into the book for that as well. Yeah, and Caicedo is into the book here for Chelsea. A foul there on Anton Stack. I think that was on Stack, wasn't it? Yeah, that's a foul on Stack. Do you think Igor Jesus might be a shout versus Chelsea this week? I don't know. I don't... It's hard to tell. Oh, Sanchez is now down injured by the looks of it. All right, not sure what's going on here. It looks like Sanchez does need a little bit of treatment for something. So the game's going to be slowed down here. We're going to have a bit of extra time at the end of the game by the looks of this. So what's the problem here? Sanchez goes forward, walks backwards. Then what? Oh, he just goes on the ground. What the hell? What's wrong with him? He's literally walked down and fallen on the ground. Now Lavia and Ampadu are having a bit of a coming together. It's all, I don't know what they're all arguing about, but now there's a bit of a kerfuffle here, a bit of handbags being thrown around. They've got the water bottles out. They've got to rest and recharge and go for the next fisticuff. Now the Chelsea backroom staff are arguing with the Leeds backroom staff, and I don't know what's going on. The referee just needs to tell them all to settle down and let's get on with the game. Why have we stopped here? I mean, Robert said everyone's come to the bench and it's all just a bunch of fisticuffs. Well, not fisticuffs, but There's like literally handbags being thrown around. Toys thrown out of the pram. Lollies out of the bath water. Ampadu giving the Chelsea caretaker manager a bit of advice. Ampadu's trying to listen into the message. What is going on? That is going to be one of the most bizarre things I've watched in a game of football. Like, how in the hell is that just all kind of transpired? I don't know. It's all a bit bizarre. That was all very bizarre. All right, it is finally going to be a Leeds free kick here. We look like we're about ready to get underway again. Sanchez has, I don't know, had his, shoulder cried on or tears attended to. He's back standing up, and Stack is now standing over the free kick. Almost into the 62nd minute. Can he find a decent delivery? Krista Woody Woodpecker back on the cards. He could be. He definitely could be. I don't mind that shout. Far out. I thought that was a goal. It wasn't. Far out. Stack whipped that in with some venom, that. Has it gone around the edge of the wall? Oh, it has. It's nowhere near target, though. I don't know why I got excited. I thought it deflected off something and had gone in from the angle I was watching, but it hadn't. It's gone near the post and nothing doing. Chelsea live to fight on. Streaker on the pitch looks like FPL Harry. If Chelsea or Leeds beat City in the finals, City will have lost 3 consecutive FA Cup finals. That's mad. That's right, because they lost to Man United, then they lost to Crystal Palace. I mean, what are the odds of that happening? Well, you can't rule it out. Anything in football is possible. That would be interesting, though, wouldn't it? Leeds definitely look better, though. I feel like there's definitely going to be another goal in this game, I feel like there could be a comeback. Definitely could be a comeback here, I reckon. Leeds definitely look a lot more lively. They've overcooked that one, though, alas. Going to be a Chelsea throw in here. Chelsea are about to make a change. Andre Santos is about to come on. Is Cole Palmer getting himself ready as well? No, it doesn't look like yet. He's sitting back down. It's just going to be Andre Santos at the moment. Might be Enzo Fernandez coming off, apparently. Interesting. Well, yeah, I agree with Martin Tyler. It probably will be a midfield player coming off because, Andre Santos is a midfielder, so that would make a lot of sense, I suppose. So I've conceded a lot of shots in this game. I don't know how I'm actually winning, but I am. Interesting. All right, here we go. Chelsea cut out the first ball, but now Ampadu picks it up. Or Tanaka, sorry, should I say. Now played out to left Goodmonson down to Okafor. Okafor takes around Pedro Neto on the outside, then tries to get past the next one. Now Goodmonson picks it up. It gets a ball into the box. Can he find someone in the box? It falls to Tanaka, who has a shot, but unfortunately no good. And Scott Frost has finally scored another goal. Can you believe that? He's made it Brittle City 4, Wedley United 1. I mean, the boys have come back from a goal down and are just slaughtering him now. Not good. That's confirming my place in second place. Yeah, I don't think I'm throwing G. I think the players, I took off half my good players at half time and they're still smoking them. I've conceded a lot of shots this half, but Ramirez has saved everything. He's having a worldie. Now Hall's trying to make it 5. And he's had a double save. Forced a double save, old Hall. Sanchez obviously went down so they could change tactics, obviously. It might be considered point chasing, but Gibbs White is informed. Chelsea, Newcastle, Man United and Bournemouth aren't the best defences to finish the season, and Forest are not safe yet. I agree. He's definitely worth a punt. Hello, Harry. Good day, buddy. I think he could be an interesting punt. For what it's worth, I think players in form this year have generally been the ones that get the points. It's not so much the fixture, it's more the form, and you can't argue with the form. The form for Morgan Gibbs-White is next level good. Also, how good is that bloke, that fan on field with the bloody pineapples? That's pretty cool. I love the pineapple shirt. I love a good looking dress shirt like that. He looks like he's ready for some Sunday fun day at the pub afterwards, I reckon, regardless of the result. Right, you can get that game off. Brittle City have won, 4-1. Happy days. 25 likes. Yep, smash a like. Cole Palmer looks like he's getting ready to. He's getting some tactical instructions delivered to him by the Chelsea interim manager. So it looks like he might be about to make his entrance into the FA Cup semi-final as well. Kukurea tries I don't know what he was trying then, but that long ball into the box went to absolutely no one. Dcl-Unit picks up the ball, gets clattered into, tries to win a free kick, complains, gets up, nothing doing, play on. Oh, it looks like Okafor's got an issue. Full body cramp. How has Okafor got cramp in the 67th minute? How's he got a cramp this early? How's he got cramp in the 67th minute? Oh, the DCL, his header went the wrong spot. They just showed that chance again with their headed chance. And unfortunately, he's just headed it straight at Sanchez. We heard any more about the double? Not yet. Gibbs-White has to get a World Cup call up. 13 goals is mad. Yeah, he's been pretty good. Hey, definitely the last 6 to 8 game weeks, he's been huge for Nottingham Forest. I mean, it's like one of them players where like you wonder where would they be? Where would they be if he didn't exist? Imagine if they'd sold him to Spurs in the summer. Imagine if Morgan Gibbs-White had gone to Spurs in the summer. Like, would Forest have just been doomed? Like, would they just have been cactus? I don't know, is the honest answer. Lavia out for Santos, yep. That is correct. Well, that's my Okafor end of season pun out the window. I just sold Kevin Dewsbury Hall to get Palmer in for my bench boost fee 3-2. I may swap it back. I actually think it's a good shout. For what it's worth, I'd probably hold off a week and get him in 36. Because I don't think Kevin Dewsbury Hall is going to get much against Man City. I expect Man City to keep a clean sheet against Everton next week. They'll have the full strength back four in. It'll be Mateus Nunes, O'Reilly, Kushinov and Mark Gahey. I struggle to see that Everton team scoring against them, but I could be wrong. I think if Rodri's definitely fit, they've definitely got no chance of doing much. I think it will just be another professional performance from Man City. They'll get the job done, and they'll march on, keep the pressure on Arsenal to keep winning. England needs to start Morgan Gibbs-White. Our problem is always leaving informed players on the bench. Exactly. Could not agree more. We're so bad at starting players that just every manager, even Southgate, the Euros was that was such hard football to watch. The fact they got to the final and then just again, no good. And they should be. They should be. They should be better than what they've been doing. The players in general, when they play for their clubs, just play. I don't know, with more quality. I think there is definitely a case, particularly in the Euros, with trying to fit everyone in. Like, you don't have to play all your good players. Like, if you know that Bellingham's not going to play very well with bloody Cole Palmer and, I don't know, Saka and whoever else you want to start, you've got to make some sacrifices. You pick one and you leave the other on the bench. That's what you got to do. Ganacho down the left-hand side yet again, running into the Leeds defender. I mean, how many times are we going to see that? I feel sorry for Chelsea fans that now have to watch that every week. Because you know what you're getting, and you're not getting much. He could. Mcheka is about to come on here for Leeds. So is Willie Notto. Cole Palmer's about to make his introduction for Chelsea. They've seen enough. Their interim manager's seen enough. Garnacho's been hooked here in the 71st minute for Cole Palmer, and not a surprise, he's lasted 71 minutes too long. And that might be the end of that frustration, having to watch that. Crazy having a bank holiday. Oh, yeah. I'm not sure. I did look at those fixtures, and those fixtures are not very helpful for me next week. I'm not happy about them. Not happy about them at all, actually. So next week, the fixtures are... Actually, it's not too bad. So Friday night football again. Oh, I'm not doing the Leeds Burnley game for what it's worth. I'm not doing that. I've got a game on Saturday I need to be up for. I'll be doing the 10 o'clock games. So Brentford, West Ham, Newcastle, Brighton, Wolves, Sunderland. I'll be doing all three of them. I'll be doing Arsenal versus Fulham as well. And then... Oh, wow. We got the big ones on Sunday, don't we? Jesus. Okay, I'm definitely not doing Aston Villa Spurs. I'll be asleep for that game because I am sleeping and because I've got work. I will be doing Man United versus Liverpool, and I will be doing the beginning of the Bournemouth versus Crystal Palace game, or the majority of it. And then I can do Chelsea versus Nottingham Forest on Monday, but I don't have any players playing, so I don't know if I'll bother. And I'm probably not doing... It's either I'm going to do the Chelsea-Nottingham Forest game or I'll do the Everton-Man City game. I won't be doing both because I need a bit more than 5 hours sleep in there. So, yeah, I'm not sure. But I'll be definitely doing the Saturday games, all the Saturday games, and I'll definitely be doing Man United, Liverpool, and Bournemouth, Crystal Palace. The other three after that, probably it would be 50-50. I don't want to sit there and say I'm going to do them and not do them. So, yeah. England need pace on the wings for Kane. Yep. I'd have Rashford on the left in good form for Barcelona. You see how quick Morgan got? Yeah, he is rapid, definitely. Set piece routine there for Leeds. Looks like we're going to try a long throw into the box here. Central midfield. All right. Wow, they've got a really small board today. Like the board for the FA Cup, like the board the referee holds up. I've only just noticed what the fourth official's holding up. That is going to be one of the smallest boards I've seen. Like, that's way smaller than the Premier League one. Okafor's off here for Leeds. He's been replaced by Willie Notto. And also going off is Aronson. No, Tanaka's going off, sorry. Tanaka and Okafor off, and Willie Notto and Mcheka are both on. All right, is this going to be enough to get Leeds back in the game? All right, it's a long throw into the box here. 73.5 minutes gone. Can this lead to something? Chelsea go up. They win the initial header. João Pedro then clears the immediate danger. Goodmonson, though, picks the ball up, but then loses it straight out to Pedro Neto, who is off to the races. And Rodon comes across and successfully comes across and thwarts the danger and puts it out for a throw-in. Do the City Everton game. Yeah, well, I've got most of my players playing in that City Everton game. I've got none. Well, I've only got the one in the Aston Villa game, haven't I? Just Morgan Rogers. Probably be a better game to watch as well. When do West Ham play? Oh, they play 10 o'clock. Oh, they're good. They play at 3 p.m. on Saturday. That's good. I don't mind watching them. I feel like I'm quite invested in West Ham's story at the moment. Goodmonson is, yeah, he's not overly good, is he, Supreme? He's not overly good. Oh, he's just taking him out there. That's very nicely done. That's got to be a foul, and it is. Chelsea conceded another free kick. Can they create an opening? I feel like Leeds have got enough attacking players out there to really trouble Chelsea now. Yellow card here for a foul on João Pedro. Pascal Stroik's shown the yellow card. I'm not sure, babe. I don't know why he went off, but he went off at half-time. But then again, Bogle went off at half-time the other night, and he was fine today. I think it's actually a tactical decision. I didn't hear anything coming through from the commentators suggesting that there was an injury. And he didn't look injured in the first half either. I think they just made the change. It's a bit like Anton Stack came on as well, and I don't feel like that was an enforced change either. I think they just tactically wanted to get them both on the field is my gut read. Morgan's not playing anywhere across the front, runs all day, tackles and pretty creative. I'd go with him over Rashford. Rashford better for the last 10 minutes, and then Ackett, I would agree with that. Rashford's pretty elite when he comes off the bench because of that reason. It's also why I think Garnacho he's not a starter. He's like one of them players you bring off the bench when the other team's knackered because the dude can run. And he hasn't got very good quality and decision-making, so that kind of player is not suited to starting games. They're way more effective off the bench. Right, Leeds, that was nice from Macheka. Goodmanson, ball into the box, cleared away there by Chelsea. A bit too easy, that cross yet again, not really causing the kind of danger that's really going to be troubling the Chelsea defence. Fuck does it to change from 5 to 4, yep. Yeah, I was going to say, it's just a different setup in the second half. It's like Pascal, Stroik and Rodon in a back four. We've got Monson left back and Bogle right back. The other day, it was definitely, the change was James Justin was the one that stayed on and Bogle went off because I think Bogle did cop a challenge in the first half. I don't know if that was the reason as to why. Cole Palmer's just been booked here as well. That didn't take long. It's been booked for dissent here and punching the ball away. It's a good start back into the team for Cole Palmer there. Cole Palmer does like a yellow card for what it's worth. I feel like he gets booked a lot for that kind of a thing. Look like a tactical change. Leeds going for it. Yep. Would you go in for James Maddison as a Bruno? No. No. The dude can't stay fit. James Maddison has spent a lot of time on the sidelines in his career at Spurs. Like a lot of the time he's been injured. Oh, that's a foul. Bogle's going to be going to, Ampadu's going to go into the book here again. A lot of Leeds players getting shown yellow cards here. That was a pretty poor piece of play there by Leeds, to be honest. That was a bad tackle as well from Ampadu on Pedro Neto. That's a yellow card all day long. Are they looking any better? They look better than what they looked like against Man United, which is not saying much because they were pretty damn bad against Man United. I don't think Leeds have had their best game today. Yeah, I really don't think Leeds have had their best game at all. But Chelsea have looked more solid, more together. I'm still glad I don't own any of their assets though, because I've not seen enough from any of them today to suggest that I'm going to be missing not owning them. But they've looked better. I mean, it was hard for them to look any worse, let's be fair, because they've looked god-awful the last few weeks. Yeah, Madison got another setback. He's a non-playing sub at the moment, I believe, from what I read. I know he was on the bench, but I don't think he was ever likely to come up. I think he was just named on the bench. For reasons I don't understand why. If he couldn't actually play, why are you blaming me on the bench? Then Newcastle did the same thing with Bruno G against Barcelona when they went away. They did the exact same thing. Or was it PSG when they went away to PSG? One of them. And they did the exact same thing. I was like, well, why play him? Why put him on the bench if you can't actually use him? It just seems a bit pointless to me. All right, Leeds need to start creating something here because we're into we're halfway through the 80th minute, and they need to start creating something if they want to extend this game. Gudmundsson gets in front of Cole Palmer. I still think Cole Palmer doesn't look right. I haven't thought he's looked right all season. João Pedro now throwing the ball away. Another collision here, and Checker has collided in with Andre Santos. They're both down, needing a couple of moments to regain composure. Santos is back on his feet. Mcheka's holding his shoulder. Now he looks like he's actually going to need a little bit of treatment. Oh, it's all a bit soft, that. Also, Palmer is one of the few Chelsea players yet to get a red card. Yeah, true. I'm avoiding Chelsea and Liverpool on wild card this week. Yeah, I wouldn't be going near any of them. Need Dcl-Unit to find some form for next week. Yeah. I mean, if it wasn't for penalties, he'd actually be in real trouble in terms of scoring goals at the moment. He keeps getting these decent chances and just not finishing. Depleted side and just for moral support. Yeah, maybe. Named as a cheerleader on the bench. It's a bit like that. Right, nice little stoppage and play here. They're going to deliver any more tactics. Mcheka's going to have to go off here for a minute before the referee allows him back on. Nine minutes left. Plus injury time, it should be said. And I think there's going to be a little bit of it because there's been a bit of time wasting going on in this half. I wouldn't be surprised if we get about 10 minutes of extra time, give or take. Still can't believe it's just the one goal. I mean, Chelsea haven't really created much else outside of that Enzo Fernandez goal either. So it's been, compared to yesterday where it was a quality game of football between Southampton and Man City, that game actually kept me entertained because I tell you what, the Arsenal-Newcastle game was a bit of a slog to sit through. There wasn't a hell of a lot going on in that game, and it was a pretty, as I said, I can't believe I just didn't go for 1-0 Arsenal. I've actually thought that they might score a second yesterday, but they never looked like scoring a second. It was some goal by Eze though, but again, off a set piece. Set piece routine. I mean, they actually tried. The funny thing is, they tried the exact same routine 3 or 4 times in a row, and one of them actually came off. I was like, you would have thought Newcastle would have woken up to what they were doing, but they just didn't. What can Leeds do? Chelsea are definitely inviting the pressure now. They've set up to do it. Oh, and check a nice quick feet there. Stack now takes over, edge of the pitch. He goes for a worldie, but it's over the bar. I mean, you've got to hit it pretty specially there from their Stack to trouble the keeper to begin with and to actually score. And that one was always rising a bit too much. Owning a player just hoping he got a penalty because he is bad. It just, you know what the funny thing is? People have been saying, you know what they need to do next season? They need to give strikers points for shots. Could you imagine rewarding players like Dcl-Unit because he takes shots every game but he never scores goals? Like, that is the definition of why DC is such a crap addition to the game. Because it rewards crap. It's mad. It's actually mad. You know what the funny thing was? Is that if Alderete or Mukiele had actually got the DC in that Friday night game, or Dan Ballard, whoever you want to call it, they still would have got 2 points and they conceded 5 goals. Like, that should actually not be, there's no way in the world that that should be the case. Mcheka's just been booked here as well for Leeds. Another yellow card. The Chelsea players are surrounding. Caicedo's going to take his time on the ground here. That, again, was a very poor tackle. Another poor tackle in this game. Oh, he's pretty lucky there. He dives in and he definitely catches Caicedo on the follow-through. Does win the ball, but it is quite dangerous. But definitely yellow. I don't think that's a red. But yeah, I don't know. I just think that we're 2 minutes. There's just points for the sake of just points. It's all a bit stupid to me. And the fact that that Gabriel header did not count as a DC, I'm done with it. I'm sick of it. I would rather just not get the points. Remove it from the game. I don't want the points. I've not got the points all year from it anyway, so just piss it off. They don't have to hear any more bloody Binderson talk ever again because no one will own him about the DC because he's crap. Sorry, Cole. He just has to find a way into every stream somehow. Should get minus points for missing shots, I agree. Top 3 Leeds players on wildcard for the Burnley game probably only go with 2. Oh, mate. Yeah, exactly. Can you imagine that? Yeah, they just can't do it. It'd be stupid. They should just remove it from the game. Right, Longstaff's on here for Aronson. What can they conjure? Can they conjure anything in this last 5 minutes plus injury time? I mean, they haven't really done much. I mean, this game has really stagnated the second half. It's not, compared to yesterday's FA Cup game, this game has not been filled with anywhere near as much quality. And yet, well, there is going to be a Premier League team in there next season because Southampton look like they are going to get promoted, I think, back to the Premier League. But yesterday, there was a championship team against Man City, and the game was full of much more quality than what we've seen in this game, that's for sure. I don't know if that's an indictment on Chelsea and Leeds, of the fact that Chelsea just been so much out of form and Leeds probably not used to playing so many games in quick succession, maybe a little bit tired today. That's all I can put it down to, because I feel like the game has not been filled with a hell of a lot of quality so far. I knew Cole would enjoy that. Top 3 Leeds players. For me, I feel like Stack probably starts next weekend, so it's probably Stack. It's probably Rodon. That was a foul throw. How good Monson's got away with that? That's criminal. That is a foul throw every day of the week. How's that not a foul throw? Well, it doesn't matter anyway. It's going out for a goal kick for Chelsea anyway, the resulting piece of play. Yeah, I feel like it's Darlow, Stack, and Rodon, probably. If I was going to go with 3 on a wild card, those would be the 3. Because I think they'll both be starting next week, is my gut read. Odegaard and Rodgers, or Saka and Casemiro. I think I like Casemiro the most out of them. I would actually go... I'd be more inclined to go Rodgers, Casemiro and get another Arsenal defender in. That's what I would do. Because I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't think I'm interested in any Arsenal attack. They don't score enough goals to make it worthwhile going for them. Like if Arsenal were winning 3 or scoring like 3+ goals every game, I'd be like, yeah, sweet, let's get some Arsenal attack. But I mean, a lot of their games recently have been 1-0s. If they're 1-0, I don't want any Arsenal attack. I'd rather keep the defenders. They're going to get more points out of them. Giving forwards points to shots on target is ridiculous. They change anything for forwards, an extra point for a goal. I know. I actually think, you know what? If they want to keep DC, this is what they should do. They should just not allow forwards to be able to get it. Forwards, if they score a goal, get 6 points for a goal. Defenders, if they score a goal, get 1 point. That's it. That's all they need to do. Assists can stay the same for everyone, but if you're going to sit there and nerf like the forwards that much, you've got to nerf the defenders ever scoring points off a goal. Because in reality, they should be getting DC, not a goal. Yeah. It makes all season I've struggled to come to terms, other than the last couple of weeks where I've literally started 5 at the back the last 2 weeks, other than this week, obviously. I did it on free hit last week, and I do think that has actually been the intelligent play, is just to play 5 players at the back most weeks. Because there's just so many points from defenders with the stupid introduction of a thing I don't like. And I've refused to do it all season, except the 2 times I've done it, I've actually had pretty good game weeks. So maybe that's a sign that maybe I should just do it for the rest of the season, which is why I kind of want to load up with triple Arsenal defence. I feel like I could go triple Arsenal defence, get rid of Haaland, go triple City defence, and just play them the last 5 game weeks. And just watch the clean sheets come in. Imagine doing that. All six of them keep a clean sheet every week. That's 36 points. Then they get, part of them are going to get DC, like Gabriel, Saliba, Mark Gahey. Probably get a few DCs in there as well. And then you're definitely going to get attacking returns from a combination of Mateus Nunes, O'Reilly, and someone else. Caicedo's hobbling off here. I think he's going to need to be replaced here. Wildcard back for 4 or 5 will be O'Reilly, Gabriel, Hincapi, Gahey, and throw-in Rayner. And then back City. And yeah, exactly. Exactly, Scott. That's exactly what I would be doing. Just backing it in. I mean, that's essentially what I've done. I was like, I've got double City defence, Raya, Gabriel. I did have Timber until obviously he had to be moved out this week. And in reality, I should have just left him and copped the 0 and hoped he was back next week. But I'll just move to Nkapi. That was also my plans originally. And in the end, that would have been the intelligent decision to go there because he actually had a pretty good game. I think he ended up with 7 points. Sleeper, I think, ended up with 7 as well. So, yeah, that was the play. I should have done that instead of getting Mukiele, but live and see another day. I do think I'm highly likely to bring in an Arsenal defender as my move this week, though, just to triple up on them for bench boost because I just think that they're just so secure. Well, they look so secure for a clean sheet. All right, ball into the box here. Can Leeds create something late on? There's 8 minutes of injury time. We've got 7 minutes of injury time left to go. Can they create a chance? Or are they going to give up a second goal? Chelsea are defending well. For what it's worth, Chelsea have actually defended pretty well in the second half, but I don't feel like Leeds have been banging the door down. They've actually played pretty poorly, I've thought, today, Leeds. If Arteta gets sacked, DC will be scrapped. Next season, we'll beat the analytics. Defo. Start 3 out of 4 next week. Aronson, Munoz, JP, Gibbs, White. You start Aronson. Who does Munoz play next week? Let's have a look. Oh, no, Munoz will be benched next week. They've got Europe midweek. I'm expecting Palace to lose to Bournemouth next week. So I'd be benching Munoz. And I'd play the other 3. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with the strategy I ended up with now because I look at the free hit drive. Like Gary's team obviously only has Bruno Fernandez captain to go. I actually think there's a chance I could beat his score with a -4 this week if my read on the Man United Brentford game goes as well as I think it might. Because I feel Brentford score. And if Brentford score, Dango and Thiago are probably involved in the goal. And if Man United score, well, I've got Cunha and Bumo and Bruno. So I feel like I'm pretty well covered to get the points if the goal goes in there. If it's 0-0, I'm absolutely royally stuffed. But that is what it is. I think everyone's stuffed if it's a 0-0. But having 5 players play tomorrow with a good chance of getting a green arrow, I think it's still promising. If they keep clean sheets, you could likely get... Yeah, exactly. Especially if it's like 1-0. That's why Arsenal defence is so good. They don't win 5-6-0, so the defenders are always getting the bonus because they get that... The way Arsenal play, they play half the game passing it around between Raya, Gabriel, Saliba, and the fullbacks. That's literally half of every Arsenal game. That's why they're so boring to watch. Oh, this is embarrassing. Pedro Neto is an embarrassment. Yellow card there for Bogle for an elbow, apparently. I think Pedro Neto should get booked here as well, and he is going to get booked for literally being a drama queen. I think it's a yellow card for each. So now VAR's checking to see if it's a red card. It's not a red card. I mean, Pedro Neto is literally bear hugging him. He's just trying to shrug him off. It's not like he's froze his elbow back. It's a yellow. It's a free kick for Leeds here in the pretty much the centre circle. Yellow card there for both Bogle and Pedro Neto. Can they create something out of this? All right, it's a ball towards the back. Chelsea retreating. João Pedro just flicks it over his head. Bit dangerous, but it's okay. A Chelsea player gets there. Willie Notto then gets his body in front of Enzo Fernandez, who's then fouled. And it's going to be another Leeds free kick. They're slightly closer to goal this time. If your team has more than 500 clones, you lose 50 points every week. I like that, Com. I'd say Bournemouth win 2-0. So not only have Chelsea scored, but it seems they're getting a clean sheet as well. Finally waking up. I wouldn't say so. I think Leeds have been more poor than anything else today. All right, another ball into the box here for Leeds. Around the back, Dcl-Unit can't quite get there. It's gone out for a goal kick. They've got 3 minutes left to rescue this and force extra time. For what it's worth, Leeds they haven't created a hell of a lot. Their best chance of the game was definitely in the first half when Aronson got in behind and he managed to force a good save. Also, Rodon had a very good shot and forced Sanchez into a good save as well. And bar those 2 moments, they've not really troubled Sanchez. Dcl-Unit's header was far too comfortable for to say anything else about that. Yeah, Bournemouth defence I think could be okay this week. For what it's worth, I feel like they could lose that game to 0 Crystal Palace. But then again, you just don't know. Crystal Palace are a very bizarre team. Like yesterday, they racked up so much XG. What was it, 2.9 or whatever it was? And they only scored the 1 goal. And that was one of the lower XG chances. Like Liverpool should not have won that game 3-1, but they did. All right, Leeds giving away a needless free kick here. We've got about 100 seconds left in this game by the time Chelsea take it. I mean, this is, of the 2 FA Cup semi-finals, this is by far and away been the one that's been the most disappointing. Chelsea are going to waste more time here. Delap's about to be brought on. By the time they've made this change, it's probably going to be about a minute left. I'm going to end that poll now because of the fact that it does look like Chelsea are going to win here. Maybe if I end this too early and they end up conceding a goal, I'm going to be pissed. I'm pretty confident this might be finishing 1-0. All right, João Pedro's going off. They've literally wasted a minute making the substitution, so we're probably going to get another extra minute of injury time to be played out here. We'll probably go up to the 99th, maybe the 100th minute. I mean, they've literally wasted a minute making that sub. Literally. All right, so according to what was originally allotted, we've got about 35 seconds left. But I reckon we're going to get an extra a minute, whatever. Could an Elvis lookalike in the crowd? He doesn't look overly happy at this moment in time. Looks like he might need a few beers after this game. All right, Cole Palmer into the box, dancing, diving, nothing doing. Loses the ball. Willie Notto now on the break. Can he find a pass? No, he cannot. But he does, somehow it makes its way to him, Checker. But again, Chelsea win the ball back. They play it forward. I mean, it's hit and hope time now. All right, Perry's just punting it forward. Goodmanson looks like he's got a big problem with his hamstring or calf or something. He can't move. Cole Palmer's just hoofed it upfield. It's going to go out for a goal kick. Last chance, we've played the 8 minutes of injury time. It's just a matter of seconds now, I would think. All the what are the whistles? What do they call them? The whistles? Oh, mate, I should know what it's called. I'm not sure what those whistles are called, but they're all being sung out. Wolf whistles. Isn't it? Wolf whistle? I can't remember. All right, maybe it's going to be a long throw here for Leeds to end the game. It is. All right, we're going to get a long throw here from Rodon. All right, the goalkeeper's going forward. Oh, dear. Perry's going forward. It's a hit and hope. This is literally a throw it into the mixer and hope someone can do something. All right, can Leeds create some magic out of here? It's Ampadu with the long throw. He throws it in. He's aiming for the goalkeeper. Sanchez comes out. He's come out way too far. But Leeds a bit too slow to the ball. Notto just gets closed down. The goalkeeper stays up. If Chelsea can get the ball, it's all over. The referee blows the whistle and that's it. Chelsea are through to the FA Cup final. It was a bit of underwhelming, that game, to be honest. That was a pretty underwhelming game. Chelsea advanced with a solitary goal from Enzo Fernandez off a nice little piece of play in the first half where Pedro Neto found him out with a delightful cross from the right-hand side. Outside of that, there were moments for Leeds, the best ones falling to Aronson in the first half, who was played in behind with probably the best bit of football of the game but didn't get the finish. Sanchez's right foot denying them on that occasion. And then the second half, Rodon probably had the best chance with about a 25-yard shot from just outside the box, forcing Sanchez into yet another save. Dcl-Unit had a decent chance, but unfortunately, he does what he normally does and spurned the chance, heading it directly at Sanchez, and that was pretty much it. Chelsea didn't look like scoring a second goal, and outside of those 3 chances for Leeds, they didn't offer a lot either. And to be honest, I think Man City are going to wipe the floor of Chelsea when they get there in the FA Cup final, but you never know. They have lost the last 2 in a row, so we'll have to wait and see. Anyways, folks, I'll be back tomorrow for the Man United versus Brentford Watchalong. Obviously, my team's playing. I've got 5 players playing. I'm hoping that Man United win, but hopefully we win in a high-scoring game, 4-3. with potentially multiple goals for Cunha and Mbumo, and preferably Thiago and Dango as well. And Bruno, if he can just sit there and sit that one out tomorrow, that would be nice as well. All right, folks, enjoy your Sunday evenings if you're in the UK. If you're in Australia and you're in WA, enjoy the holiday off tomorrow. In fact, if you're anywhere in Australia, enjoy the holiday off tomorrow, and hopefully you have a good evening. Thank you very much for watching, folks. Clean sheet finally for Chelsea. It's taken a long time.